Hello and welcome to your English buddy. This is your calm space to listen, shadow, and grow your English confidence, one slow, natural sentence at a time. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends and family. It really supports us. You ever wonder why American English sounds so alive? Like every sentence has a beat to it? It's not just the words, my friend. It's the rhythm. The way Americans flow when they speak. It's not stiff, not mechanical, not perfectly pronounced like the English you learned in school. It's alive, moving, stretching, bouncing, connecting. And that rhythm, that's what makes an accent sound American. So today, in Step 1, we're diving deep into the rhythm of American English, the heartbeat of the language. Imagine this. You're walking down a street in New York. Everyone's talking fast, laughing, interrupting each other. But somehow you can still follow the conversation. Why? Because even though the words fly by quickly, there's a pattern, a rhythm that keeps everything connected. That's how Americans speak. It's like jazz, unpredictable, but perfectly in sync. Let's break that rhythm down. American English follows a stress-timed pattern. That means we don't give equal time to every word. Some words are strong and others are weak, just like beats in music. Listen carefully. I want to go to the store. Hear it? The stress falls on go and store. The small words I, to, the, shrink. They almost disappear. Now repeat it. I want to go to the store. That's rhythm. You didn't just say the words, you played them. When you start thinking of English like music, you stop overthinking pronunciation. You start feeling it. Every sentence has a natural swing. Da-da, da-da, da-da. And the secret? Americans never pause between every word. They let one word melt into the next. Instead of, do you want to go? It becomes, do you want to go? See that smooth connection? It's lazy but elegant. Relaxed but confident. That's the American rhythm. The sound of casual confidence. Now let's talk about reduction, because that's where rhythm truly lives. Reduction means cutting down words when they're unstressed. Going to becomes gonna. Want to becomes wanna. Got you becomes gotcha. Did you becomes didya. These shortcuts aren't slang, they're rhythm tools. Without them, your English will always sound robotic, even if your pronunciation is perfect. Americans don't reduce because they're lazy. They reduce because it feels natural. Try saying, I am going to meet her. Then say, I'm gonna meet her. The second one flows, right? That's rhythm. Let's visualize this. Think of every sentence like a song line. The stressed words are drum beats. The unstressed ones are background sounds. Try saying this slowly. I don't want to talk about work today. Now tap your finger on each bold word. Don't talk work. Those are your beats. Everything else fits between them naturally. You see? You're already creating rhythm, like a melody. But there's more. Americans use intonation to shape rhythm. When they're excited, the pitch goes up. Really? When they finish a thought, the pitch drops. That's great. When they're unsure, it lingers in the middle. Maybe. Your tone is the melody. Your stress is the beat. Combine both, and suddenly, your English starts to move. It's not just correct, it's alive. Now here's something most learners miss. Rhythm isn't only about sound, it's about attitude. Americans speak with emotion. Even when they're bored, their sentences carry some kind of energy. Listen to how an American says, I can't believe it. They don't say it flatly. They stretch it, twist it, throw energy into it. I can't believe it. That energy adds bounce to your words. So don't just copy the sounds, copy the feeling. Every phrase has a purpose, and your tone should match it. Let's practice a short exercise. Say this sentence 3 times, each with a different rhythm. I didn't say he stole the money. First stress I. I didn't say he stole the money. Then stress he. I didn't say he stole the money. Then stress money. I didn't say he stole the money. Hear how the rhythm changes meaning every time? That's the magic of stress and timing. You're not changing grammar. You're changing emotion. Now, if you're wondering how to train this rhythm, here's a trick. Stop reading textbooks. Start listening. Pick your favorite American YouTuber, actor, or podcast host. Don't. Just listen for words. Listen for the rise and fall, the pauses, the flow. Repeat what they say. Copy their energy, their breathing, their rhythm. At first, it feels weird, but after a few days, your tongue starts following the music. You'll notice your words getting lighter, faster, smoother, almost automatic. So, step 1 is simple. Stop speaking English word by word. Start speaking it beat by beat. Find your rhythm and everything else, pronunciation, accent, confidence, follows naturally. Because American English isn't about perfection. It's about connection. It's about sounding human. And once you get that rhythm inside you, trust me, you'll sound more American than ever before. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You're watching an American movie. The characters aren't just speaking, they're acting with their voices. You can hear joy, anger, sarcasm, excitement, all packed into a single line. That, my friend, is intonation. It's the melody of English. The rise and fall of your voice that tells people what you really mean. You could say the exact same sentence in 10 different ways and sound like 10 different people. That's the beauty of it. And if you want to sound American, you have to master this music of emotion. Let's start simple. Intonation isn't about volume or speed, it's about pitch. When your voice goes up, it signals curiosity or surprise. When it goes down, it signals completion or confidence. If your pitch stays flat, your speech sounds dull, robotic. Americans hate dull speech. They fill every sentence with life. They treat speaking like painting with sound. Each rise and fall adds color to your words. Think about how an American says, "Really?" When they're shocked, the tone jumps high, "Really?" But when they're doubtful, it slides downward, "Really?" The same word, completely different emotion. That's what intonation does. It gives meaning beyond grammar. Let's test it. Say this line, "You're coming." Now say it again, but imagine you're excited. "You're coming." Feel your voice rise at the end. Now say it like you're unsure. "You're coming?" That rising tone turns it into a question. Finally, say it like you're annoyed. "You're coming." The tone drops flat and cold. 3 sentences. Same words, different music. This is what makes American English sound expressive and alive. Most learners make a big mistake. They focus too much on pronunciation and forget the emotion. Perfect pronunciation with flat tone still sounds foreign because Americans communicate with feeling, not just with grammar. When they talk, their tone moves like waves. It's emotional storytelling in every sentence. Here's a cool fact. Even native speakers from other countries notice that Americans sound happy when they talk. That's not an accident. Americans naturally lift their pitch slightly more, especially at the end of phrases. It's not always happiness. Sometimes it's politeness or friendliness. When they say, "How are you?" it's not just words. It's a smile in sound form. Let's try a small experiment. Imagine you're at a cafe. You ask, "Can I get a coffee?" Now, if you say it flat, it sounds cold, maybe even rude. But add a little rise and warmth. "Can I get a coffee?" Friendly, polite, natural. That's what intonation does. It changes perception. Americans subconsciously use it to build connection. Now let's decode 3 common intonation patterns Americans use daily. First, rising tone. This is used for yes/no questions or when showing interest. Example, "Are you serious?" "Do you like it?" Or even, "Oh, really?" Your voice rises at the end. Curiosity, energy, openness. Second, falling tone. This one signals confidence, completion, or finality. "I'm sure." "That's enough." "Let's go." The pitch falls at the end. It sounds strong, certain, complete. Third, rise-fall tone. This one adds emotion. It's used for surprise, disbelief, or contrast. "No way! That's amazing! I can't believe it!" The pitch rises, then drops quickly. It's emotional, dramatic, very American. Now, if you combine these patterns consciously, your voice starts to breathe. You'll sound natural without even trying. The best way to learn? Listen to real Americans talk. Watch talk shows. Listen to podcasts. Study how they use tone. You'll notice that every sentence has an emotional purpose. Even when they're serious, there's melody. Let's play with some examples. Say the phrase, "That's nice." When you mean it, your tone rises warmly. "That's nice." When you're sarcastic, it drops slowly. "That's nice." And when you're angry, it stays flat and short. "That's nice." So don't just repeat words. Act them out. Feel them. Speak with your whole emotion, not just your mouth. Here's a great training trick. Choose a short dialogue from your favorite American show. Close your eyes and mimic the tone, not the words. Match the rise, the fall, the pauses, the breath. Don't worry if you mispronounce those, that's not the point. You're training your ear and your emotion. Over time, your muscle memory adjusts, and your tone starts to sound naturally American. Another secret. Americans often emphasize emotional words by stretching vowels. When they say, "so good," or "really," they're not just exaggerating for fun, they're emphasizing feeling. That stretch gives your sentence personality. So next time, don't rush, stretch your emotion. And remember, the confidence is half of intonation. If you speak with hesitation, your voice will automatically go flat. If you speak with energy, your tone lifts. So speak like you mean it. Even if you're not sure, sound sure. That's the American way. Here's your practice challenge for today. Record yourself saying this line in 5 different emotions: happiness, anger, surprise, sadness, and sarcasm. The sentence is, "I can't believe you did that." Feel each emotion fully. Let your tone change naturally. When you play it back, you'll hear 5 different voices. All you. That's control. That's the art of intonation. So, step 2 is this. Stop saying words. Start feeling them. Let your tone breathe. Let your sentences move. Once you master intonation, you don't just sound American, you sound alive. Let's be honest, one of the biggest shocks for English learners is this. Americans don't actually speak like the subtitles. You watch a movie, you see clear words on screen, but when they talk, everything melts together. It sounds like one long, unstoppable sound wave. "What you doing? Cheat yet? Gimme that." You think, wait, what language is that? It's English, but connected English. And that, my friend, is step 3. Learning how Americans link their words so naturally that you can barely find the spaces between them. Now let's get something straight right away. Americans don't connect words because they're lazy. They connect them because it's faster, smoother, and more musical. English, and especially American English, it loves rhythm and flow. Imagine a surfer riding a wave. If he stops at every ripple, he'll fall. Same with speaking. If you pause at every word, your rhythm dies. Connection keeps you moving. Here's a simple example. Take the sentence, "What are you doing?" In writing, that's 4 words. In real American speech, it becomes "what you doing." What and are blend. Whatcha. You and doing slide together. Doin'. 4 words become 2 beats. Smooth, quick, effortless. Now, let's take another one. Did you eat yet? Say it fast the American way. Jeet yet? That's right. Did you becomes jeet. Crazy? Maybe, but this happens everywhere. Because Americans love efficiency in speech. If a sound can blend, it will. The magic behind this is something called connected speech, the art of linking sounds. There are 4 main ways it happens: linking, reduction, assimilation, and elision. Don't worry, you don't need the technical words, and you just need the feeling. Let's go through them one by one. But, linking. When one word ends with a consonant and the next begins with a vowel, Americans link them. Example, turn off becomes turn off. Go out becomes go out. Pick it up becomes picky dup. You're not adding new sounds, you're just connecting the old ones. It makes your speech sound fluent and natural. Reduction. We touched on this before. It's when small, unstressed words shrink or disappear. I want to, I wanna. Going to, gonna. Got to, gotta. Give me, gimme. Let me, lemme. Reduction is rhythm's best friend. You remove friction between words so they glide. Assimilation. That's when sounds change to match their neighbors. For example, good boy often sounds like goob boy. Don't you sounds like don't you. Handbag sounds like hambag. Your tongue and lips naturally shift to make the transition smoother. Americans don't think about it, it just happens subconsciously. Elision. This one's wild. It's when sounds vanish completely. For instance, next day often becomes next day. Most people sounds like most people, friends, and family becomes friends and family, tiny. Sounds drop out because the flow matters more than the rules. When you start practicing this, something amazing happens. Your English stops sounding foreign. It stops sounding memorized. It starts sounding real. Because connected speech is what separates textbook English from living English. Let's do a fun experiment. Repeat after me slowly. I have to get up early tomorrow. Now, say it the American way. I have to get up early tomorrow. Feel that? The have to became hafta. The to shrank into t. The sentence became lighter. This is how Americans speak every day. If you're wondering how to practice, here's a trick. Record native speakers and mimic the connections, not the words. Pay attention to where they blend and how they breathe. Every time you link two words, your fluency score goes up. Another key thing, Americans love thought groups. They don't speak in long, endless lines. They speak in chunks, mini rhythms. Example, you know what? I was thinking maybe we should go. Each slash is a natural pause. Within each chunk, the words connect smoothly. That's why even fast speakers sound clear, because they break the flow in the right places. Here's another thing learners miss. When Americans connect words, they often emphasize the content words and reduce the function words. Listen, I want to go to the store. You stress want go store. The rest, I too, the disappear into the rhythm. Connection happens mostly in those quiet areas, so if you're struggling, focus on reducing the small words first. Now, I want you to try this with me. Let's connect a few real-life sentences. What do you mean? What do you mean? Could you help me? Could you help me? Let me see it. Let me see it. Get out of here! Jaduda here! You see how everything gets smoother and shorter? That's fluency. Don't worry if you can't do it perfectly at first. The key is relaxation. When your mouth is tense, your sounds get stuck. American English is relaxed, lazy, in the best way. Loosen your jaw. Let the sounds slide. If it feels like you're mumbling, you're doing it right. Now, here's your mini challenge. Take a 15-second audio clip from any American movie, something with fast dialogue. Write down what you think you hear, not what the subtitles say. Then compare. You'll notice missing words, connected sounds, and shortened phrases. That's the real-life English no school teaches you. So step 3 is this. Stop speaking word by word. Start linking thought by thought. Fluency isn't about knowing more words. It's about connecting the ones you already know. When your words start flowing into each other, that's when your English becomes alive and truly American. You've practiced the sounds. You've learned how to link your words. You've understood the rhythm that gives American English its heartbeat. But now comes the final layer, the one that truly transforms how you sound: confidence. Let's be honest. You can copy every sound perfectly, but if your voice hesitates, your accent still feels foreign. Confidence is not just what you say, it's how you say it. Americans sound confident because they let their words flow like they belong in the space they're speaking in. Think about it. Americans rarely sound afraid to speak, even when they make mistakes. That's their secret. They don't wait for perfection. They just go for it. You'll hear people say things like, you know what I mean? Or right? Not because they're uncertain, but because they're inviting you into the conversation. It's a social rhythm, a verbal handshake. So, what does confidence actually sound like? It sounds like you're sure of your tone. You don't rush. You don't whisper your words. You let every sentence breathe. American English has a natural lift at the end of many phrases. It's not just grammar. It's energy. Try saying, "I think that's amazing." Now repeat it, but with a little spark. A smile in your tone, a slight lift at the end. That's confidence in action. And here's another secret. Americans speak with their whole body. When they talk, they move. Their hands help their voice paint pictures. Their expressions shape the meaning. If you record yourself speaking and it feels flat, it's probably because your body isn't involved. Try it again, and this time smile while you talk. Notice how your voice instantly sounds warmer and more confident. Confidence also means being okay with imperfection. The American accent isn't clean or robotic. It's alive, full of small drops, rises, and fillers. People say kinda, gonna, you know, and that's fine. That's natural. That's human, so if your accent slips or you mispronounce a word, don't stop. Keep going. The real American sound isn't just about phonetics. It's about freedom. The freedom to express yourself without worrying about sounding wrong. Here's a challenge. Record a 1-minute speech about something you love, your favorite movie, your dream place, your morning routine. Don't overthink it. Just speak with emotion, then listen. You'll hear the difference. The tone, the flow, the warmth. Confidence isn't built in silence. It's built by showing up again and again until your voice feels like home. Because the truth is, sounding American isn't really about accent. It's about energy, rhythm, and belief. When you speak like you belong, the world hears you differently, and you do belong. Confidence is your final accent. It's not about sounding perfect, it's about owning your voice. Speak with energy, emotion, and flow. Use your body, smile, and let words breathe. Americans sound confident because they believe they belong, and so do you. Speak boldly. You've got this.